Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA 4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, you ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Here we go. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 Eagles. 60 Street. Street. Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Ravens going to the dime package on this 3rd down.
Ready. Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Chap. Check. Mustang 19. 7 Pirate. 19 tight. Hut.
Nix from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
70 Rangers.
On first down, they'll run. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Set.
They give it to him again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
19 Tiger. Check smash.
Running back sent in motion.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, this is Mitchell. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. Buys time, rolling right. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. And the Broncos take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down, ball at the 36. It's Nix out of the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone.
Viking 18. Dragon 60.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game. kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off.
Now that's a situation, may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Chased out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes this in at the 25. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Good return here of 19 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Set. Cowboy 80.
Throwing here, Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Play action with Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here on 1st down. Along this sideline inside the 25. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
At the 37-yard line.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Set it. Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Across the 20, continuing to work. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Big alert, big alert. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60
They'll come out throwing. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. Mitchell gets it from the gun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the gun on third down. Escapes the pocket. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. He's got room to roam here. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. He'll look to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take over after returning it inside the red zone.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Nix with it on first. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Let's go.
Nicks off the play action. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is complete to Neighbors. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Here's 2nd and 5. On the move, headed right. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Sent down by Cody Barton. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And 4th and 4 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Now he takes it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Right up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion.
60 Eagle, go!
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60.
First down from the red zone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Trying the right side. Nice cut. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23